So I'm just going to watch, like, the first little bit, and then we'll start talking. Oh, I didn't make that forward. Okay. Okay, cool. So, actually, oh, okay, let's go back and talk. I like that pin at the end, actually, a lot, but first things first, look at how much shield you're losing, and you still have full health, too. So, where do I start here? There's like a bunch of little things. First off, Reinhardt isn't a shield bot anymore. He cannot be. His shield is weaker. The things that break shields are stronger, and his hammer swings for more. So, like, your whole philosophy has changed. Your shield isn't there for your team to shoot from behind. Your shield is to get you, Reinhardt, into the fight to swing, back out of the fight to live so you can go back in and swing again, and to block, like, specific things that you're choosing to block. Like, you can, block anti-nade, key cooldowns, that sort of thing, block ultimates, just, like, a huge burst of damage that you see coming in, like, but you're choosing to use your shield for that. The other thing is you, as Reinhardt, can really help your supports out by losing your armor in the poke phase. Take some damage before you lose your shield. You're in no danger of dying. Like, especially if you hadn't used your shield, you lose this instead. You're in no danger of dying. You can just hold your shield. You got your team right there with you. So let your supports heal it up and build their ults faster. This is a really good thing for you to do as a tank. You don't want to be taking damage too late when, the fight's about to start, but early, like right now, it's a great time. The other thing is look at their comp. So they got a Junkrat, Orisa, Soldier, and Mercy. All of these heroes are about spam. They are about breaking your shield. I mean, Mercy's about other things, but, like, she's amping damage, either the Junkrat or the Soldier, which breaks your shield a lot faster, yeah? So you holding shield as you walk up is how they want you to play. Like, I get that this is silver, so probably they don't play this way, but knowing how they should be playing is going to really help you a lot, right? So what they should be doing is keeping you at a distance and backing up and running away from you and keep shooting you and backing up and shooting you until you have no shield and resources, and then they can kill you. And that actually almost happens in a second here. You are F10. Yeah, so like you go in deep, 10 HP, you barely get out alive. You did have enough shield, which was good, but like, they're shooting you down, they're backing up. You have a Lucio, which is amazing. And again, Silver Lucio, who knows? But the idea is, like, in an ideal world, what you as Rein want to be doing here is, as the cart's pushing up, you are right behind the cart using it for cover. So you don't really have to use your shield. Maybe you, like, if you see, like, the Junk one-shot combo coming in, Mind Nade, you block that with your shield just to make sure nobody on your team just gets one shot. That sucks. But otherwise, you're taking bits of damage, hiding behind the cart. Take some damage, hide behind the cart, let your support seal it up until you get close enough that your Lucio can amp speed, and you can just run straight into them. You can hold your shield up and with speed just run. There's they shoot the hell out of you, but you have a full shield, so like even with all that shield break, they're probably not going to break it fast enough, and then you're on top of them swinging, and that's how you kill all these people. Like Orisa loses when you walk on top of her. Junk loses when you get on top of them, like, or if you poke them out from range. But anyway, just understanding that they want to stay away from you and you want to be on top of them, and you need your shield to do that. But this was good. This was a level of aggression that I really like to see. I want to talk about the factors that made it good, though, because, like, there's a difference between good aggro and dumb aggro. And this was very good aggro. So, like, first off, you guys have a couple of picks, yeah? You're up 2 already. Oh, thank you so much for the follow, Yeetopotamus Rex. Oh my gosh, that's a great name. But anyway, you guys are up 2, and if you pin deep when you do here, like, just watch this. You get healed up. It splits them and puts them in this really weird, untenable position. So now you're behind them. More ideally would have been... Oh, whoops. Let's get rid of these. If you had pinned, say, here, stopped here, because then you're, like, right up on this soldier, yeah? And then this soldier has a choice. He can turn around and shoot you, but in theory you have your shield. He can run away from you and ignore you, or he can, like, keep dealing with your team. Worst case scenario, your team is still getting to push in for free, and, like, he doesn't really get to make good choices anymore. You have kind of screwed them, and the big important thing here is they can't punish you for this right now. Like, literally, what are they going to do to you? If they turn on you as the 3 or 4 it would take to focus you down, they're turning their backs on basically your entire team. They just can't do that. So this was a really good pin. I'll be dipping out in a few as I'm getting a Mercy VOD from a person who's a Master GM Mercy player. Oh, rad, dude. Yeah, I'm a big fan of learning from as many people as you can. Okay. Mixed feelings. Okay. Here's why it's mixed feelings. And it's mixed feelings because you got some ranked nonsense to deal with. So you pushing up to here is great. They get away, whatever. Mercy's cut off. Okay, she gets out. But, like, you stayed here is great because you, as Reinhardt, want to fight on corners. You live to fight on corners. Boom. So you can just, like, chill here, and they have to touch the cart to stop it, right? Which means they have to push into you, and you are perfectly safe and swing for just hella damage. This is such a great position for you. It gets weird ranked nonsense because these 3 just overextended. Both your supports and your off-tank are up here. Your DPS are on cart. You're where you should be. Ranked, yeah? So you have a judgment call to make. You can either make the right play and ask your team to start pulling back and try to get them to make the right play with you. If they don't, or if you just don't think that's going to work, or they're not in voice or whatever, then you pinning in I kind of like. Because, yeah, you're probably going to die, but you're buying a bunch of space for your team and making it impossible for them to really touch as the cart pushes in. And your DPS are both ranged, so they can be shooting people from the cart. So you have a little bit of support. Yeah. I'm going to go with, I think this was the best choice in the moment. I just want you to know that, like, in an ideal world, this isn't how you would want to play the end of this point, yeah? You probably recognize that, but because I saw you hesitating there, and then you follow up with your team. Boom. So, couple of options. You being here gets you pinched, right? You got a hog behind you, you got all these people here, and this is actually how you die. If after you had pinned in and this hog started coming here, with your shield up, you push the hog back, and you start backing up here. And the reason you do this is because now the hog is pinched between your team. If he turns his back on you, you're swinging at him. If he's pushing on you, trying to break your shield, your team is mowing him down. And then from here, like, your supports can heal you, you can pin back into your team and take the hog with you if you want. Like, it gives you a lot of good options. Here, you're trying to back up and block damage from too many directions, and you just can't do it.
Oh, this is my jam.
Mercy is fun, but I saw this Overwatch University post on how Mercy should heal Vlad until Plaid, and I almost lost it. I saw that.
Get behind.
Hey.
Fire at will.
Okay. Hopefully you saw that Junkrat. Maybe you didn't. Okay. So this is an awareness thing. But if you see this Junkrat up here, boom. You see him, you hear him. Your Lucio beats. And he starts pushing down here. Pin this. Pin him into this corner right here. Down he goes. You hit the pin, you jump up and back, flashing your shield, and you can block the damage from the mines that he drops when he dies. Easy. Free kill. And instead you die to his tire. So, yeah, unlucky they use some ults, you guys lose this fight, but that was your potential carry play right there. Recognize the Junkrat and just kill him, pin him. Okay. Yeah, everything until when you dropped the shield while you were 1 HP and your supports were actively healing you. All you had to do was just hold shield there and live. Everything. Oh, or maybe you're swapping. Okay, so the question you have to ask yourself on Monkey is, who are you diving here? Mercy's probably your best target, but if you don't outplay her Guardian Angel or get help from a teammate, she's just going to juke you the whole game. Junkrat can actually wreck you, and he can mind jump away from you super easily, stay out of your range. Moira can fade away from you. Sig can rock your leaps, spam you out, and just straight up run away from you. Diva wrecks you, and Soldier can run away from you. So, like, you can kind of dive the Sig, but he does more damage than you, so he probably wins. And you can kind of dive the Mercy, maybe. And otherwise, the rest of this team can either avoid you or actively destroy you. I don't think Monkey was the pick here. I think you were doing absolutely fine on Reinhardt, but let's see how this goes. Let's see. Cool. Stagger the baby, stagger the baby. Aw. Yeah, so if you leave the baby out of mech for as long as you can. Yep. So they immediately go Reaper. Reaper actually isn't as big of a counter as you might think. You just have to avoid him. Save your leap to get away from him. Okay, you didn't quite dodge that. Yeah. And then you jump into the Reaper rather than using your jump to get away from it. You can't 1v1 the Reaper, and you don't have a Diva to DM him. You do have a Zarya, but like, Bubble is such a long cooldown, it's only going to help you if she happens to have Bubble. And let's talk about your Bubble on Monkey. It's not for blocking damage, it's for isolating people from heals and cutting their team in half so they can't heal for each other very well. You want to drop it in the middle of their team, or behind them as they're backing up, or like cut somebody off. Think about blocking their supports and blocking the heals, which is the other thing. Moira can throw orbs through shields, Mercy can heal through shields. It's hard to isolate any of these targets. They can run out of your bubble very easily. And it's just not very good for absorbing a lot of damage. Look how quickly it breaks, even in silver. And like, don't get me wrong, you're doing a lot on Monkey right now, but it's because the other team is entirely failing to deal with you. And in fact, your one death on Monkey was because you just sort of ran into the Reaper rather than him actually outplaying you. Cool. And Primal Rage, remember Primal Rage is a bonus life. It heals you up to 1,000 HP from however little you have. It's almost always going to be worth more to wait until you're about to die and then pop it than to just pop it as soon as you get it. It doesn't do very much damage. You do more damage with Cleave, like tasering people. And like, there's no environmental kills to be had here.
Further experimentation required.
And they're still on Monkey. Now they're on Zen. Zen chews you up.
Group up with me.
Diva main swap to Rein for some reason. That was like, this is like a hard Monkey counter game, like, team. Which isn't to say that you can't outplay it, but so far it's not so much that you're outplaying it as they're just not playing you, which is wild. Alright, you can't kill through trance, so... Yep. Bubble will block Transcendence healing, though. Cool. I'm glad you didn't pop Primal there. I'm good recognizing that this was a lost fight.
Further experimentation required.
Cast this
60 seconds remaining.
Barrier active.
Bubble's a 13-second cooldown. You want to really be getting more value out of it than this if you can.
Our time runs short.
Okay, and now we're on Rein. So, oh, and down you go. Yeah. Unlucky. Good push. Oh, got some people pushing the cart.
Stand kicking.
Okay, and there it goes. Cool.
for the sky.
Okay. So,
Stop the payload.
on Reinhardt, I want you to consider something. Right here, right now, you cannot swing your hammer. Right? So what is the difference between not swinging your hammer here and not swinging your hammer here? Except up here, your Ashe gets a shield. You can still throw your fire strikes. When the cart gets to this corner, you can just drop on top of them and start swinging. Hell, if they handle this badly and it's silver, so they likely will, you might even have the option to just drop onto their Ana or something, drop onto their backline, and skip their front line entirely. If their front line walks right past you, they'll do that all the time in silver. You gain nothing and lose everything by starting here. You lose nothing and gain a lot by just starting up here. Yeah? Alright, so fire strike. Here you're just, wasting a lot of shield. You still got all your armor. You're walking up past the corner. Remember ooh, nice. The bit where Rein likes to fight on corners, like this. Yeah. You lose that advantage if you walk into open space. The advantage is them having to force themselves past you. So, this is good though. This is good aggression. You can be swinging a lot more. You're letting your shield break entirely while you're basically full health, and there's people within range to swing. And then also, this trap here was pretty obvious. Boom. See it? He even throws another one right in front of you, and it's even more obvious than the other one. And then you had no shield to hold when you got trapped, because you would let it break for no reason earlier. Yeah? If you take nothing else away from this, it's that, your shield management, shield resource and health management. You could try to hold shield for him. Oh, okay. Reaper you can just swing through. Good, good, good. Yeah, excellent. But yeah, if Reaper is shooting you in the face and you're swinging on Reaper, you will kill him before he kills you. If there's no other damage or healing on either side, you just win that. And better Anas will sleep your fire strikes off cooldown, because the fire strike animation takes longer than the sleep animation. Fire strike animation also takes longer than shatter. So if you see the other Rein fire strike, you can get a free shatter in. And vice versa, if you think he has shatter, which he does, well, he just gave it up for some reason. Wild. Yeah. Letting your shield break while you're full health. To be fair, your supports have their ults now, but you had your pin, and that would have confirmed a kill. You mostly pin for mobility, which is good, but you can pin for kills. I feel like a lot of Reinhardt's conditioned that pinning to kill things is bad, but it's one of your best and most consistent carry plays. You just have to be smart about it. Pin into your team, do short pins, or pin deep when you have a big advantage that you're pushing. Okay. I'm not ready for a new season. I feel like every season my SR drops just a tad lower. Oof. Let's take a look at a VOD, dude. Let's see if we can't flip that around. See, like that. You missed, but that's what I'm talking about. That was a really good attempt. I want to see you making plays like that all of the time. And remember, your shatter isn't as big as it used to be. They shortened the shatter time, like the amount of time they're on the ground. Pin is oftentimes the only way you can follow up on your own shatter. You basically have time to do one. You can do any two: swing, fire strike, or pin. So like a swing and a pin, swing and a fire strike, and then they're up. 2 swings and then they're up. It's very short now. You could pin her. There you go. Interesting choice by the Mercy. Just staggering the Zarya. Cool. Nice. Exactly. And good fire strike, too. Unlucky. Which is... this corner is really, really good. This high ground is really strong to hold. Even if your team isn't using it, you denying it from the enemy is denying a huge amount of value. And then again, you can always drop to swing. To be fair, in this instance, like, you were down here swinging on the Reaper anyway, so, like, maybe you would have already dropped. But you never went up here at all. So, like, I want you to think about that. You should always default to high grounds and reset to high grounds, and then drop. If your team comes up here, it's great. And if they don't come up here, you're at least not letting the Junkrat come up here and tire 3. Yeah? You can deny that value from them. Hey, Taser. Nice.
There is still more to my tale.
You see bubbles? Shatter, shatter, shatter. That was it. That was the shatter. Oh, never mind. And then you die. You also could have tried to pin through the grav or fire strike the grav. But if you didn't shatter because that Zarya called grav, then cool. But if you, where is it? Saw this and just don't take it. Wait for it. Turn around. Bubble. Now. The second that bubble is gone, you get 4. Mercy might be out of range. Sorry, you get 3. If you knew your Zarya was going to grab and that's why you held, then cool. But if you didn't know, this was the shatter right here. I was 2k on support. I queued with this 2.7 tank, and he got to diamond, and I got to 2.2k. Ouch. That's weird. Usually it pulls the lower ranked person up more because those games are viewed to be more difficult.
60 seconds remaining.
Okay. Time to just die, or... yeah. And get out. You're half health. Now is not the time to push back in. You might have been able to get out there. It looked like you were getting out, and then you turned around and went right back in. If you were going to reset, you do that at the beginning, but at that point, like, you were basically out.
Get in here.
So yeah, shield health again. Dang.
The payload is approaching its destination.
Yeah, once the Zarya popped bubble and backed out like that, I probably would have just killed the Junkrat while he was ulting, and then turned around and tried to deal with the Zarya after. Because, like, she's out of the fight and zoned back, and you need to buy time for your respawns to get back, yeah? And also get trades because you have major respawn advantage. So any trades are going to benefit you. Like, if you die but take that Junkrat with you, you come back before the Junkrat does. Dang, good. Yeah, man. I love the aggression most of the time. You waste your shield first and then you go aggro. And I want you to go aggro first and then have your shield to get out and live. Or to be even more aggro because you have your shield to keep pushing. That was a good pin. Yep. Nice. Shatter. It's overtime. Just hit it. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Honestly, I think if you get the shield management down, like shield and health balance, and if you starting on high grounds and dropping, and like sticking to corners and avoiding open space, you're gonna climb stupid fast. Like, the aggression is really good, and you seem to have a pretty good idea of how aggro you can go before you start getting out and trying to live. The problem is you're getting out and trying to live, and your shield's already broken, so you can't. And in a lot of these times, if you had shield, or, you know, if you didn't drop your shield or whatever, you could have lived, which would have made that aggression incredible rather than an overextension. Yeah? I hope that all makes sense. Feel free to drop another VOD sometime. Like, I would love to see how you do in the future.